Monday Night Raw just went off, and this was probably one of, if not the best Monday Night Raws of this year. I think I have about like 5 things that I want to cover. I'm not going to make this too long. So yeah, we started off with Braun Breaker versus Ludwig Kaiser. Got interrupted by Sheamus. The coolest part about this match was the spot where he was about to do the Celtic Cross to Ludwig Kaiser through the table, but opened himself up to Braun Breaker, and he speared the dog out of Sheamus. What a spot. Then we finally get to see Chad Gable make his way in. He is alive. He did not die. It did look like he took one to the head, but no, that's not what happened. I love the fact that they highlighted that injury and he had it taped up, or he had it pretty much had some type of care to it. But one of the things that one of my members noticed, I think it was Jeff. Shout out to my boy Jeff. If you paid attention to the truck, they had Alexa Bliss's face, especially when she was with Bray Wyatt. They had her face on the truck. That's not by accident. I don't know if she's going to be in the Wyatt 6, but if that's an Easter egg, man, that was beautifully done. Because if you remember, before WrestleMania, when The Rock was beating and pretty much beating with a belt Cody Rhodes, they showed a truck with John Cena and Stone Cold Steve Austin. We found out later Stone Cold couldn't make it, but John Cena did show up at WrestleMania. This could be a little Easter egg for the future of the 6th actual member of the Wyatt 6. Speaking of the Wyatt 6, like I said before, Chad Gable did show up. He wrestled in his match, and he won. He beat Braun Strowman and Big Bronson Reed to get his position in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Immediately after the match, the lights did the flickering thing. You knew the Wyatt 6 were headed out there. And Nikki Cross, which we don't know her name in the Wyatt 6 right now, but Nikki Cross showed up, spooked the hell out of Chad Gable. He got out of Dodge, and then she handed a box to Michael Cole that I think was addressed to Pat McAfee. It was a VHS tape, which is hilarious because who in the hell has a VCR just on standby today? So fast forward through that, they played the video on the screen that was on the VHS tape. When I tell you, I forgot I was watching Raw during the duration of this video. Uncle Howdy was talking to Bo Dallas, and this has been some of the best acting I've seen in a long time in WWE. I did not know Bo Dallas had that in his arsenal. I did not know he was built like that, but everything, you can tell that is Bray Wyatt's brother. He had everything down to a T. It also gave me Mick Foley vibes of when he had multiple personalities and how he just tapped into this character. If you haven't seen it, I'm pretty sure that clip is going to get posted on WWE's website or their YouTube. I highly suggest you watch that. It is very cinematic, and I'm very excited about where we're headed with this storyline. But one of the things that I want to talk about is they addressed and got ahead of a lot of narratives before they even became a thing. Uncle Howdy asked Bo Dallas, how did you feel about your loss? Speaking about his brother. So they're already on screen acknowledging the fact that Bo Dallas lost his brother. Then they asked, or Uncle Howdy asked Bo Dallas, do you think, it's something along the lines of, don't you think that you're taking advantage or you're exploiting your brother's death? Obviously meaning by this whole Wyatt 6 situation and Bray not being here. He addressed that too. Like they hit a lot of topics that people could have, if they wanted to, which if they are, they're just miserable. They could have tried to bring up, but they got ahead of it. And I thought that was absolutely genius. But when I tell you Bo Dallas is Bray Wyatt 2.0, and who better to take this story and finish the vision and continue the vision that Bray Wyatt had. It's so refreshing because, as you can tell, I'm a Bray Wyatt fan. I was concerned that we lost him too soon and what his vision was never going to be fully realized on TV. I feel like they rectified that and they put it in the perfect person's hands. And if you watch that Becoming Immortal documentary, they spent a lot of time together. So who better than Bo Dallas? You got to leave Bo Dallas, but this version, I think somebody in the chat said, no, that's Taylor. Finish the story, not Cody, but finish the story of Uncle Howdy that Bray Wyatt was trying to tell. To me, that was my favorite part of the night. But then we move on to Liv Morgan, who is absolutely killing her role right now. This is the best version of Liv Morgan, and I don't even think it's close. I said it before she even won the title. I'm loving the direction that they're going with her and the fact that she wants to take everything away from Rhea Ripley, from Dom to the Judgment Day to the title. Everything is playing out perfectly. Dom is folding. She's found a way to make herself valuable to all the other members because Damian Priest is the main one that's in denial and he doesn't want to accept her in. She's getting everybody else until it's majority rules. And then Damian Priest is going to have no choice but to fall in line and accept her. But here's the kicker. Seth Rollins earlier tonight, and I forgot to talk about this earlier, but Seth Rollins earlier tonight put a stipulation out there that if Damian Priest beats Seth at Money in the Bank, Seth can no longer, he would no longer be eligible for a title shot as long as Damian Priest is the champion. But if Damian Priest loses, he has to get out of Judgment Day. And Damian Priest, he said some slick stuff. He said that the Judgment Day needed him more than he needed the Judgment Day. I feel like that is the ultimate script for him to lose, especially since Finn and JD won the tag titles tonight with the help of Liv Morgan. So again, she is trying to take everything away from Rhea, Dom, Judgment Day. Probably going to get rid of Damian Priest anyway, and he's going to do his own thing once he gets kicked out. And the title. Now, the craziest thing that this is a prediction that I have, and I could be wrong, but we'll see in a couple months. I believe in the future, Rhea's going to get a match with Liv. And in that match, Dominic Mysterio is going to help Liv retain, and he's going to turn on Rhea Ripley. And I do believe that is where we get the full turn for Rhea Ripley. She's already a face in a lot of people's eyes, but I think that's going to be the definitive. She's the victim. Dominic has betrayed her, and now Liv Morgan has officially taken everything away from Rhea Ripley to pay her back to finish the revenge tour of Liv Morgan. All of this is absolute cinema to me. And the one thing that I like about WWE today versus what last year or the year before, all of the stories, even Otis and Chad, all of the stories are feeling important as opposed to just one main story that was the bloodline. Roman and them boys delivered, but now we can enjoy a full program as opposed to just waiting for the main event. All in all, man, tonight's show, 9.5, 10 out of 10. It was such a good show, man. It was such a good show. If you're still watching this video, appreciate you and thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button. But also, we do watch-alongs on Monday nights for Monday Night Raw and SmackDown on Friday nights and any PLEs on Peacock. So appreciate you guys for watching, man. If you into wrestling content, you want to hear more about it, consider hitting the subscribe button, and I will see you back in the ring, man. Peace.